to another exciting adventure at Bobe's Hobby House. We've been having a good time today. Things have been tough. And
they certainly were.
They certainly were. I have as a guest tonight my wife, Sandy Bobe, who's been away for a while.
That's because you wouldn't let me on. You've been doing all those model shows, and my public has been demanding.
All right, so we've got Sandy Bobe here tonight, and we're going to talk about...
We're going to talk about how to do leaf printing.
I knew you were going to say that.
Well, that's exactly what it does. This is a wearable art type of style, and wearable art is just getting hotter and hotter. It's not slowing down. A lot of people said, oh, it'll slow down by now. But
no, I've seen a lot of people come in wearing some of this neat stuff, and I've always asked, guys, this is a great line, said, hey, did you paint that yourself? I'm not supposed to use that?
No. At any rate, go ahead. Go ahead. You're on a roll. I know you are.
I see you brought your own leaves tonight.
Yes, this is what you do it with. You can do it with real leaves, or you can do it with silk leaves. This shirt right here on the table that I want to show you first is a simple design. This is a one-shoulder design, and it has just a complementary design on the other side. And it's done with all printed with silk leaves, and then I've attached some silk leaves to the shirt. Like right here, you can see that this is an actual leaf. I can catch an edge. You can see that it's only attached in parts. And it has all the sparkle and glitter and stuff because of the paints that we're going to be using tonight.
Okay, so you've got that. Is it real or is it painted or is it really painted?
And what's really nice is it's totally washable this way.
All right. We've got a call here. Hi, you're on Bobe's Hobby House.
Hello, I was calling to see if you could carry any hole punchers.
Hole punchers?
Yeah.
Probably going to need to call the shop. I don't remember any hole punches in there, but give us a call on Friday and we'll see what we can find.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Now, this particular shirt that I want to show you now is one that I like to do these. If you'll notice, the one I'm wearing, and most of my samples are done on black or navy blue because of the type of paint. This paint is called Starlight Dye, and it's an opaque metallic fabric dye, and it looks really good on black because it covers black. There aren't too many paints that'll cover a black surface all by themselves in one coating. Okay, but you can do it on other colors, as you can see from this one, and I'll hold it up like this. I think it'll show better. This was done on a peach shirt, and I combined the leaf printing, all done in the browns and oranges, with tie-dye.
You tie-dyed the shirt first.
Right. I tie-dyed half the shirt. Only
half of the shirt?
Only half the shirt is tie-dyed. The other is the natural color of the shirt.
Okay.
Just for a little more dramatic accent. So you don't have to tie-dye your entire shirt, and it can be very artistic. That's a good word. Yeah, it's a little more sophisticated was the word I was looking for, instead of just all those vibrant colors that the kids like to do. So this is an easy way.
Kids are doing artistic stuff.
Oh, yes. This shirt was done with oak leaves right out of the backyard, blackjack oak leaves.
Folks, if you see this lady going through your yard pulling leaves off the tree, don't worry. She usually only picks a few and then
That's right. Only take a couple. Don't take the prize leaves off your prize plant. But there's lots of different kinds of leaves that are really good for doing this. I really don't know what these are, and maybe somebody can tell me, but we were at the bookkeeper's today, and this was on a bush outside his yard. And that's what I've used to do the shirt that I have on today. But when you do...
Henry before he left.
Well, we could have done that. Okay, when you get your leaves, and this is one of the first things that you need to do your leaf printing with. This is what it looks like before you use it, and this is how it looks after I used it.
After leaves.
After leaves. So, you know, it's got kind of a metallic sheen on it now. So you need to have a variety of size leaves. Either real. No, I don't need that one. Okay. They can be different assorted kinds.
I like it.
You can get silk leaves, and I brought a whole variety and stuff.
You get silk leaves off a silk tree.
Oh, off of silk flowers. Use the flowers in your arrangements and keep some of the leaves. And you can use mum leaves, daisy leaves,
By the way, we sell silk flowers up at the shop. If you're looking for silk flowers, we've got a pretty big bunch of them.
They're right beside the ribbon.
Right beside the ribbon. I was working up to that.
I knew you would. That's why I thought I'd get you first. Okay, after you've gotten your leaves assembled, then the next thing you need to do is get some of your paint. And the kind of paints that you want to use for this project are called Starlight dyes. They come in a bottle this size. Okay. All right. And they come in a lot of wonderful colors. I like to get a variety, and I don't go for any particular color range. Like tonight, I'm going to use several different colors. So we'll get these over here, and I'll show you what to do. First of all, you should shake them up. Always shake your paint.
Sing the little shake it up song while you do that, right?
Okay, I've pre-shook most of these, and the next thing you want to do, well, you know, this is a very thick paint, as you can see, and you want to put out about quarter-sized dollops of just assorted colors.
That's a dollop the size of a quarter.
Approximately.
Approximately. That one looks like about the size of a large nickel, but it's thicker.
If I were to spread it out, it would be a quarter, okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, this paint is also very permanent, so don't do it over your best tablecloth. Don't work with it with your best clothes on, because whatever you paint, that's where it's going to stay. One great thing I like about this paint is for heat setting. A lot of the paints you have to iron, and you have to do all this complicated heat setting. With this paint, all you do is turn the shirt wrong side out, throw it in the dryer for about 10 minutes, and it's ready to go and use and wash and wash. No problems with them. Okay, now this is what our palette's going to look like, and as you can see, I have purples and greens and golds and silvers and everything. And that's how it should look, so that you'll have a good selection.
So don't be real picky about the colors particularly?
No. So you can pick a color scheme, like I did the pink shirt with all the browns and oranges. The shirt I have on is all silver, white, and green. The first shirt I showed had a lot of purple. You can get a lot of colors in there, and I want to get some room here.
Okay, the shirt you got on is still a little wet, so when you talk about paint and wear, you mean...
That's right.
Yeah.
This paint dries in about 2-3 hours, and you're ready to go. So if you've got to have a really fancy outfit real quick, this is a simple thing to do.
One of a kind, never been done
That's
before.
Right. Run out in the backyard, grab a couple of leaves, take your shirt and slap the leaves on it.
You didn't know about this. This actually making a costume just out of leaves.
Okay, after you have your paint and your leaves, we use sponge brushes, and these are just, that's right, these cost 39 cents a baby painting house. And that's what we use to put our paint on our leaves. What you need is a stick, and it can be, I'm going to work on a t-shirt, so I can show you that it does work on other types of shirts. So you can do this on a t-shirt, sweatshirt, dresses, you can put it on your jeans, any kind of material it will go on. And like I said, it looks much better over darker colors, but it can be done on others. I did one on a real light aqua, and did it all in pinks and blues and purples, and that really looks good too. So you can do it on the light colors. Okay, inside your shirt, and you lift this up here, you should have a board. And it could be masonite, cardboard. This is a particular canvas board because there's at Bobe's Hobby House, and they're easy to use.
Imagine that.
Right, and when we do a class, we give everyone one of these to take home in your shirt.
We do classes in the same kind of...
We did one of these in September, and we had a lot of requests for receipts, so we decided to do the shirt about instead, so that people could see just how easy it is to do it. Now we have a lot more available at classes. Beginning about the third week or so, people will practical teaching for the application coming up. Palette. And I'll just use one palette. What to do with my leaf? Okay, take your leaf, and I like to take, if you have a plastic stem on it, be sure you take that out first. Then lay your leaf down on your palette, and I like to use the back side because the veining is more prominent. And you take the side of the sponge brush, and you just start dabbing the paint on. You could do this, Terry.
I believe I could, yeah.
I mean, this is really easy. Okay, pick up another
You obviously don't have your artist license in order to be able to do this,
No,
right?
no talent necessary for this one. This is fun. Okay, pick up 2 or 3 colors, make more colors. Don't be afraid to get your fingers in it. And you don't clean the brush in between loading colors. And you just dab it all over, and it kind of looks like a kaleidoscope. Oh yes, it looks kind of messy. The colors will mix and make another color, and I want to put some silver out there. Okay, now this is a pretty good loaded leaf. You don't want to be able to see the leaf in it.
It's not even a recognizable leaf anymore. There's paint glopped all over it.
That's right. That's what you want to do. It looks kind of messy, and you say, oh my God, what a horrible mess this is going to make.
Would somebody do this on purpose?
Yes, I made them do it, and they groaned and grimaced. All the first leaf they put down, they couldn't believe.
How about off your hands? Does it wash off your hands?
Eventually.
Like
okay.
Next Tuesday?
No, I'll wash it off when I go home, but okay. I don't mind. Okay, now what you do is very carefully turn the leaf over and lay it down on the shirt where you want to start. And I like to start on a shoulder, pretty close to the top of the shoulder. But to avoid getting my hands completely messed up, I take a paper towel and I press the leaf down with the paper towel. Just kind of a rolling method, just pressing until you have the whole leaf down. And then the magic happens, because you lift the leaf up and there's your printed leaf. Okay, and all the colors have mingled together and they have formed other colors, and it looks like a leaf. And the harder you press, the more veining you get. Okay, then you want to load it again.
Like a leaf.
Well, we're not finished though. This is just step 1. Okay, then you want to load it again, but you want to do your colors in a different order. You don't want to do them in the same order.
I don't believe you could do that same order twice.
Well, I went from right to left. Now I'm going from left to right. And I'm not going to add all the colors on this time. we're going to have a few different colors. Okay, now as you mess up your paper towels, you'll have to get new ones. Now, I'm going to put another leaf a little further down. And again, we press down thoroughly. And then we lift it up. And I have another leaf. Now, if I wanted to overlap the leaves so that they looked like they were realistically growing, I would lay this one back down over that or leave it there so that I could do that.
Stick it down?
Yes, but I don't want it to stick down. I just want it to kind of act as a masking.
Ah, okay.
Okay? And then I'm going to load
Can you imagine
another
the kind of
leaf.
things that you might use to make prints like this?
Well, you could use a lot of things.
Little babies' feet?
You could do that, hand prints.
Hand prints, yeah.
Take sponges and cut them in different shapes, like those new sponges we just got.
We've got a bunch of neat sponges up at the shop in different
shapes. My
shapes.
favorite one's that kind of dorky-looking reindeer. I think he'd look really good on something. I haven't decided. Probably, well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it on my brother-in-law's jockey shorts for Christmas. Okay, when you want to overlap them.
Merry Christmas.
And you just leave the leaf down there, and you put it in a different direction, and you press it down. And when you lift it up,
this is imitating nature because trees grow and several leaves grow
you'll
in
only
different
have
directions.
Part of the leaf showing.
Okay.
Okay, now right now you can't really see that as well because right now you just looks like you're just, and see, you get your hands decorated really well, but it does wipe off. Okay.
Here's a nice leaf. Do you like these?
This is too big. I want a smaller one. Okay, now I'm going to take a different kind of leaf, and I need a little bit more pink paint.
Okay, while we're squirting some more pink paint on here, we're going to go ahead and take a break and let you get a running start.
All right.
We'll be back in just a few minutes, and we'll see the continuation of leaf print sweatshirts or T-shirts or whatever kind, leaf prints. Now, if you want to take a break and run out in the yard and grab a couple of leaves and go back in the house, you can do it right along with us. Yeah, you can braille it, do it with a flashlight. We'll be back in a minute. Hi, we're back, and we didn't print any more leaves. You just loaded up and you've got another
I'll
one ready
wait
to
till
go.
you do the phone call, okay?
Hi, you're on Bobe's Hobby House. You're not really on Bobe's Hobby
Well,
House.
guess they got tired of
Okay.
waiting. Maybe they'll continue watching us, though. Okay, I'm loading
A little leaf.
a little leaf because I want some variety in size and different types of leaves. Now I'm going to put that one up here because I want to pull my leaves all the way up to the shoulder. In fact, I like to pull things over the shoulder so that just a little bit onto the back or down a sleeve or, you know, like that. That just makes it look...
What sleeves are there for, right?
It makes it look like the design is continuing even though it isn't. You know, if you want to, you can go all the way around the back and down and over and out and whatever. You can do this. I mean, you can get carried away with this. You get so involved with this.
What happens if you get a lot of leaves on there? You know, do you turn into a camouflage hunting jacket, or you could do that. You could make your own camouflage clothes.
Well, I will show you one in just a second or two when I get these on. That is a very elaborate design. I'm going to do one more leaf on here, and then I'm going to show you the next step.
Any of you hunters that may be hiding in metallic blue trees, this is it. This is camouflage.
Well, if you drop it, that's where you make a leaf. Then we'll have to make another one to tie it in.
Okay.
Now, so it has.
So that was
lost.
actually an accident, right?
That was an accident, but we're going to tie it in, and no one will ever know that it wasn't, you know, planned
So
that
if you
way.
drop your leaf, folks, it's not a big deal. You just have to figure out where to put the next leaf so you can join them in together.
And if you watch, look at how fast this is. I mean, we're going to have a completed shirt in less than 30 minutes because we've been doing a lot of talking. So it doesn't take long.
True.
Okay, now I think we'll put one over here going around the neck. Okay, now what else you can do is you have some paint left on the brush, and if you have small places, you can take your brush and you can make little leaves.
Okay, you're doing that under your hand here.
I'm sorry, let me do it left-handed, okay? All right, you can just
can do it with both hands?
Sure, why not? You can just take the edge, and this is just the side, and you just put it down and it makes little leaves.
Oh, this is tricky because it looks like you're doing it right-handed.
Okay, well, then everybody will just think I'm doing it right-handed.
Okay.
Okay, and that's basically what you would do. Now, the next thing to do is to use a glitter paint, and you can either use the Delta brand or the Tulip brand. And remember, you have to shake them.
Okay.
And you outline your leaves so that you know that they're leaves. First of all, you draw the vein down the center, and then you go around the outside edge. And I don't follow everything. Am I doing that? I'll have to do that the other way. Is that right?
No, you're doing fine.
Okay, good, because I can't do this the other way. Okay, I don't follow exactly. I extend the outlines when you go around these little ones, and you get veins. Everywhere you have a leaf, you want to attach it back in. So you just take your veins.
You're being fairly haphazard with this,
yes.
right?
No, I'm not being real careful about this. I want this to be fairly free.
Okay, while she's doing that fairly free, hi, you're on Bobe's Hobby House.
Would you tell us again the name of the paint?
It's called Starlight Dye by Delta. And you can use other paints too. In fact, the shirt I have on, I used the Starlight Dye, and I used an opalescent paint by Delta, which is a shiny paint. And then I used the glitter paints. So there's lots of choices. The reason I like to use the Starlight dyes is because they are opaque on a dark surface. And I think that's kind of important. It makes a very dramatic effect. Now here's where I have those two leaves overlapped. And I want this one right here to be my top leaf.
There's several different kinds of paint, and in fact, in the wearable arts, we've got a lot of different, they're puff paints and dyes and acrylics.
All kinds of paints that you can do, and there's no end to what you can do. Because
we're having people asking for particular brands sometimes when the particular brand is not as critical as paint that'll work on the kind of material you're doing.
Well, there's two brands. There's Tulip and there's Delta, and they both do the same thing. They're compatible with each other. They have different colors in each line, and sometimes we'll have one and not the other in stock, so you kind of have to watch that.
This stuff goes pretty fast, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now, as you can see, the outline is what brings it out.
Yeah.
I have one more little place right here. And if you wanted to, you could add some little vines. Say you needed to extend the design a little bit.
So you drop some paint over here in this corner?
Okay, I dropped some paint over there in that corner, so I'm just going to include that as a vine. Bring my design down, bring my design out. And this is what you do to get it in there. And you can do this in any color glitter you want. This one's being done in gold because I wanted to emphasize the yellow tone to it.
Okay.
You don't have to outline the entire leaf.
No, you skipped a lot of places in there.
I skipped a great deal of places, and I was just as free as I can, and the students can do it just as free.
Yeah.
They really have.
It looks like just keeping your hands moving on there. Okay, we're going to pull another one out?
Yeah, I didn't want to get the wet one on. Okay, now you can be very simple like this one was done. I didn't do very much elaborate, and I've been selling these shirts for anywhere from $15 to $35, from a simple design to an elaborate one like this one. Let's see if I can get this design out here. This is a bouquet. I should turn this around. I think that would work out better. This is a bouquet design, and this includes not only your silk leaves, but silk flowers, which are also totally washable. You coat them with the paint, and then you outline them with the glitter paint to keep the edges from fraying. And then I used rhinestones for the centers. And then I tied a bow, and I used both silver and gold on this one. And this again was done basically with oak leaves.
Okay, how long, we talked a minute ago, this dries pretty quickly, so you can, but we're not going to wear this shirt out of the studio this evening,
No, but it'll
right?
be dry by morning.
Before we get home?
Well, everything but the glitter will be dry. The glitter takes a little bit longer.
Okay.
So within an 8-hour period, the shirt is ready to go. And what's really neat is, you've got all these leaves left over with the paint on them.
They're very colorful.
And you shouldn't throw them away because you could put them in wreaths. No, don't put them back on the bushes. You could use them on wreaths. Or this afternoon, we came up with this idea. And these are earrings.
Just my style.
Yeah, we might have to get a little closer in on this. Well, what I did was after I used the leaf, I took the leaf and I attached it to an earring back, and I added some jewels and pearls and stuff, and this one was done in the blue.
Jewels and pearls and stuff, and earring bags.
Rhinestones and earring bags. We've got all that stuff.
We got all that stuff.
Yeah.
We just had another shipment of earring backs come in yesterday.
And paint and everything. We're ready for you.
We're ready for
We're ready for it. We're ready for this weekend. This is supposed to be a really big weekend for shopping, for, traditional shopping and stuff.
Yeah, for making stuff.
Yeah.
Hi, you're on Bobe's Hobby House.
How much does the paint cost?
How much does it cost? That's a good question. Here, we'll be right back.
Okay, these little bottles cost $2.10 each, but I've been using these bottles since September, so there's
How many shirts are you getting out of a bottle?
Oh, you get a lot, because you can see, all I did was do little dollops, and the only one I put back out there was the pink, because that was the first color I used. But I did one entire shirt, and I have enough paint left there to do at least one more shirt tonight.
Okay.
So, there's a lot. It will go a long way.
Okay.
And when you're through, be sure you wash your brushes out and wash your hands. Soap and water.
Soap and water. This is an acrylic-based paint, so soap and water puts you right back in good shape. And your hands wash off?
Eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah. Most of it will wash off, and some I might have to wear off.
As long as it doesn't come off on a turkey, we're going to be all right.
I'll be sure it comes off before we do turkey. But the important thing is, after you've got your shirt done, oh, I forgot to show you that one. I suppose I should show you that. Let's go back to this shirt because we got just a couple minutes. Now this shirt is done right at this moment without adding any leaves, but you can add the leaves directly to the shirt.
With?
You add it with the glitter paint. What you do is you put the glitter paint on the back of the leaf right down the center vein and put it thick enough that it'll hold it. And then pick a place, and I have a little bare spot right here, so I'll put one leaf right here. And you just attach it down. Then you draw a vein. The reason I keep shaking this is it's getting kind of low. And then you outline that also. And
Okay,
that's
and
all there is
outlining
to
it holds the, keeps the
keeps the
fabric
edges
from
from
coming undone. Fraying.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good
Sometimes
word.
these silks are not a finished edge, and you have to seal them so they won't fray in washing. But that's how
Okay.
you would attach your leaves to your
We've
shirt.
got all kind of stuff up at Bobe's Hobby House to help you with your wearable art.
And other things.
And other things.
Oh, yeah.
Arts, crafts, models, and whatever your hobby is, we
Folk
can help
art.
you with that. Folk arts. If you need a hobby thing,
Crochet.
in fact, if you're working around, and ribbon, we don't want to forget ribbon.
Yeah, we should have tied
If
a
you've
piece
got a
of-
hobby
See, I drew a
kind of
ribbon
an
on the
affair,
shirt.
then we'd like for you to come down to Bobe's Hobby House. It's not too late to make a few things if the paint dries this quick
Oh, you
for
could-
gifts.
Oh, yes.
If you're giving people things to make for Christmas, do that. I want you to have a good, happy Thanksgiving, and we'll be back in about 2 weeks with another
With our
exciting
Christmas
program,
show.
our Christmas show in 2 weeks.
Well, lots of exciting Christmas ideas.
Okay, see you in 2 weeks.